What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. We have talked about localization a lot, and if you're just not familiar with it, it's when a company or publisher or something like that, they take something that has been made normally in the East, but just say in another culture, because it goes the other way around. It's been made in another culture, and you're localizing it. You're changing the jokes and turns of phrases, little cultural differences to convey the same feelings and emotions for another culture. And it's actually it's a talented job to do it correctly, to convey the same types of jokes and feelings and emotions to another culture. And unfortunately, what happens with those localizers, at least in this day and age, past decade, is that is, of course, where instead of directly translating it or finding a way to convey it, and you know who they come in with their ideology and they change it entirely, so that if you watch it in the East, you watch that same thing in the West, and it is very different. It is very, very, very different. And that has led to, well, first, the localizers, and I love that these two articles came out the same day. It's like, holy shit. So the first one was, despite the looming threat of being replaced with AI, emboldened Western localizers are not only continuing to deliberately botch Japanese media, but some, such as the localizer behind Sente Filmworks' English localization of 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, are not afraid to openly boast about their masterpieces on social media. And that's when you see here just all the things they've changed. That, can you guess this sane individual? That is where they come in. They localize and they change things, and they make them for the 2024 instead of accurately depicting what the originals were trying to say. And so what do you do if now your only choice to get your anime or manga brought over is to have it localized, and all the localized are captured? Well, you do AI. They're doing it now. They're using AI for localization, and this has led to, of course, the English language localizers being unhappy, losing their stuff, because, and this is not one of the first, but one of the big ones we're hearing about, Japanese publisher Shogakukan, say that 3 times fast, decision to use AI translation technology to localize a number of their light novel offerings for international readers. And you can see here that's set to launch in North America and Canada sometime near the end of 2024. So they have a new light novel app, Novelist, which will offer users access to publishers' wide library of light novels, offering and including Too Many Losing Heroines, Shiotatu, oh my god, no Satu-san, yeah, languages, I know languages, Freerin, Beyond Journey's End. Yeah, so it's a lot there. And according to the publisher, Novelist will see more than 400 titles added to its library over the next 2 years. And in order to meet this ambitious quota, Shogakukan has decided to use the Mantra AI translation engine to help localize their books. Because it turns out when AI does it, they do it the way they're supposed to. And you can see here, there's the thing. So step 1, automatic detection of speech bubbles. The manga image is thoroughly scanned for regions of text to be translated. Then you can see they translate those bubbles. Characters in the detected text are recognized correctly, even distorted fonts often used in manga. And then machine translation into a different language. The text is automatically translated while taking into account the surrounding context. Lastly, the text in the speech bubbles are replaced to complete the translated manga. So yeah, I can see here people saying like, no, you need way more nuance. It takes a human mind to be able to really translate them to the best, to really get the nuance across. But the funny thing about that is it wasn't being done. And you can see here, this is just meltdown after meltdown. When there are errors in the font and front and center marketing, I dread to think of what the bulk of it's going to turn out like. This is what disrespect for the medium and your audience looks like. No. This is what disrespect from you localizers looks like, that you force them to use AI to circumvent your dirty little ideology infiltration tactics. This is kind of a minor thing relative to the problem that MTL is inaccurate, but this kind of service is also just strictly worse than piracy. Even if you only consider the business side of things, the idea is flawed. And I would again say that you have done this to yourself. And you can just see here, everyone more or less saying the same things. It is fundamentally unfathomable to me that these corporations think it is acceptable to have stories written by humans to go through, yes, that process. That, look, here's the problem is, if they don't go through that fine process, they go through this fine process of this crazy person really changing it. So I think the ultimate thing is here, do you want a Western localizer 100% changing it? Or do you want an AI slightly messing it up compared to the 100% fact of messing it up? And I'd love to know. I'd love to know. Which would you rather have, the AI or the ideology? Let me know. Anyway, be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.